What you see here is a table with the verses in the Torah from the chapter 31, verse 13 goes down. Now, what is the idea behind this table? So, according to the Vilna Gaon, the numbers of the verses in the Torah correspond to the years, which means now we are in the year, the Hebrew one, 5781, 82 really, 82, and which is 2021, 22. So the verse, which is the number of the verse, is here in Deuteronomy, and this verse is a 5781 from the beginning of the Torah, and the verse is here, כי גוי עובד עוצר תאמה ואין בהם תאונה, לא חכמו ישכילו זאת. But the English is the following: for they are folk word of sense, lacking in all discernment. Now this is in Hebrew, כי גוי עובד עוצר תאמה ואין בהם תאונה. Definitely is a verse which speaks about, unfortunately, when Jewish people are going astray from the Torah. So he said, what is going to be them if they forsake the Torah? So because they are folk void of sense, lacking in all discernment, so were they wise, they would think upon this, gain insight into their future. In Hebrew is לא חכמו ישכילו זאת, יבינו מלאכותם. Were they wise, they would think upon this, gain insight into their future. So the verse gain insight in Hebrew is ישכילו זאת. The gematria of this verse are exactly like this year where we are now. 782, unbelievable. Clearly indicating to our time. So all this you can see Deuteronomy 32, 28, 29, and these are the verses. And these verses you see here, you see here, לא חכמי גוי עובד עצה תאמה, אין בהם תבונה, ישכילו זאת, they will understand, יבינו אחריתה. Amazing. And this is a verse 5781, which in Hebrew is 8 Tafshin Pe'alef. Parallel, you see Tafshin Pe'alef, unbelievable, and parallel very significant, This is what Dr. Rottenberg and Professor used to call it. It's far before being coincidence. By the way, it is read here because it is from YouTube, it is dead in Hebrew. So here you have Tafshin Pe'alef. Amazing, telling us in Letterskip that this is the year, I mean, it was last year, which started according to the Khatam Sofer, the process of redemption started there, if you remember. What Khatam Sofer said, מהשפוט ירים אביון, from this verse in Psalm, מהשפוט, from Tafshin Pe'alef, from the year 781, now we are in the same process. But the most interesting, which I found it as most significant, is that really you have here under the next verse says the following. Okay, we not see what isn't God will judge his people. Yeah, we see their unfortunately false, whatever to call it, oslat yad, like their power is weak, אפס אסור ועזוב, no proper leaders. This is next one, which is exactly our year now. We have exactly this government, and these problems of today that cannot solve it. Unbelievable. So this will be the time when God will judge the people and his servants. When he sees the situation, oslat yad, they lose hand. Yeah, this is the translation of this word, oslat yad. But they cannot solve their problems. No leaders. אפס אסור ועזור. No leaders. Exactly as today, but we have exactly situation. But the most interesting and encouraging in this table that you have the word Mashiach. Messiah coming here exactly under this verse. Very small skip. One should know that it's far away from being coincidence. Exactly the word Messiah, 2 letters will come exactly here. All these verses speak about the future, the year 5781 and 5782. Unbelievable. Here is the word Geulah, redemption. But all those verses, in fact, are very significant because many of them indicate to the time that Israel got their land and to the Six Day War. Yeah, everything here in this verse is very interesting. But the most interesting are those ones that telling exactly our situation today. They are a folk void of sense, lacking in all discernment. Whereas the wise, they would think about this insight into the future, to learn Torah, to see what the Torah tells you about your thing and what happens if you forsake the Torah, if you leave the Torah, because all this, what is written here is unforgiven Jews forsake the Torah. So, very interesting, significant, especially when you're in parallel this year, Tafshin Pe'alef, and you have small skip of Messiah exactly under the verses which tell us what will be the situation before Messiah, that Israel will be already thought, what he's saying is very difficult expression of somebody who try to solve problems and he cannot find it. All advice, it does not work. Yeah, and it's because they don't keep the Torah, they create the Shabbos, it's government of today, yeah. So what they should do, you should look, Yaskiluzot, gain insight in what is going on, look into your history, look what will be the end of it. And then, frightening verse, which is Yadina Shamo, God will judge the people, but you realize how the people are in terrible situation, Ozlat Yad, loose hand, cannot do anything, cannot solve the problems. And Efes Asuva, with no proper leader who can lead them, then Messiah will come. This our rabbis tell us, one of the signs before Messiah is that Jews will be in a desperate situation, yeah? This was the last sign. In Sanhedrin, it brings a lot of signs. How's the Messiah? And the last one, אין לנו לראות אלא על אבינו בשמיים. אין לנו לסמוך, we cannot rely only on God up in heaven. Nobody else will serve us. Definitely not the state, not England, not all this. Only God. So if you want God to help you, you have to pray, to repent, to keep the Torah. So very interesting phenomena, yeah, that the verse of this year, 5702 and 5781, clearly indicate to our situation today, indicating that the situation will be difficult, really will be difficult to find solution to the problems. Israel has so many problems, you know, besides the corona and Omicron, they have also now a new thing, flu, foul flu, and the other problems. No, all of them from heaven to bring them to realize that only God can solve their problems. So, very interesting and significant and relevant table to our time.